Former Chief Minister of Bihar, Lalu Prasad Yadav, has the CBI at his doorsteps as we speak. A CBI team, a Central Bureau of Investigation team, has, as we speak, arrived at his doorstep. I'll be waiting for a second to connect with the reporter to understand more on these developments. Remember, this obviously comes on the back, as we just told you, of multiple opposition parties writing to the centre saying that they are being targeted again and again. You remember the CBI had just gotten sanction to prosecute Lalu Prasad Yadav, again a former Chief Minister of the state of Bihar, in the Land for Jobs scam case. We're going to move very quickly to our Hindi reporters who are covering.
दिल्ली में होली मनाएगा, खुशियां मनाएगा, लेकिन अभी जिस तरह से सीबीआई की टीम पहुंची है, जाहिर सी बात है जो परिवार के ऊपर पहले सवाल खड़े हुए थे घोटाले को लेकर, रेलवे में घोटाले को लेकर, तो ये कहीं ना कहीं पूरा परिवार सवालों को घेरे में है।
Okay, my colleague Saurabh is... All right, we wait for my colleague Saurabh. Until we do, remember the CBI in its charge sheet has alleged that the accused conspired with then railway officials. They engaged people as substitutes in lieu of land, either in their own name or in the name of their close relatives. These are accusations that have been made against Lalu Prasad Yadav for years now. His wife and the former Bihar Chief Minister Rabri Devi, his daughter Misa Bharti, they've also been named in that same charge sheet. Now, the CBI has also named the railways Soumya Raghavan, Kamaldeep Minrai, 7 substitutes and 4 private people as accused in this same case. Basically, in the FIR, they've alleged that Lalu Prasad Yadav, when he was the Minister of Railways, back in 2004 to 2009, had obtained advantages in the form of, as we've just told you, the transfer of landed property in the name of his family members in return for the appointment of substitutes in Group D posts in different zones of railways. Now, my colleague Saurabh is with us right now. Saurabh, we've just told our audiences about what the CBI has alleged in their FIRs. Our audiences know that these are allegations that date back to 2009. Can you walk us through the CBI action we've seen this morning, though?
See, there has been 2 cases. One is land for jobs scam, and the other case is of the IRCTC hotels that were, it's alleged that the tenders were given inappropriately by the then Railway Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav between 2004 to 2009, and it was particularly 2005 when the tenders of these hotels were given, and in lieu of that, it is alleged that 3 acres of land worth rupees 45 crores were given to the Benami company, which is allegedly owned by Rabri Devi, who is the former Chief Minister of Bihar. And the other issue is land for jobs scam, that we all know that several lands were allegedly bought by the family of Lalu Prasad Yadav in lieu of the jobs that were given to the grade D employees of the railway between 2004 and 2009. So there are 2 issues, but we have seen 3 to 4 vehicles inside Rabri Devi's residence just half an hour before the vehicles were seen moving inside the house, and we are still unclear that on which issue the CBI is questioning. Right now, we can't say it as a raid, but certainly the vehicles are inside, and they might be questioning Rabri Devi because she is inside her residence. Although Deputy Chief Minister Tejashwi Yadav is inside Bihar Assembly, but certainly the former Chief Minister is inside, and the CBI team is inside the residence of Rabri Devi. But it's a matter of time as to on which issue the CBI has arrived here at the residence, and on which issue they are questioning them.
Okay, all right. Let's go over to our colleague Shankar Anand to get more context. Let's see if he has any more details on this. शंकर आनंद जी, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए धन्यवाद। शंकर आनंद जी, आपके पास कोई जानकारी होगा किस केस को लेके सीबीआई टीम अभी लालू प्रसाद यादव जी के रेजिडेंस पे पहुंची है?
देखिए, जहां तक हमारे सीबीआई के सूत्र बताते हैं कि कुछ दस्तावेज जो है डॉक्यूमेंट का लेने के लिए जो है वो वहां पे सीबीआई की टीम पहुंची है, और इस मामले में सीबीआई के जो हमारे सूत्र हैं वो ये ऑफिशियल तौर पे बता रहे हैं कि ये सर्च ऑपरेशन नहीं है, ये कोई सर्च ऑपरेशन नहीं है, लेकिन कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट से संबंधित जो लेन देन है और जानकारियों के साथ में सीबीआई की टीम वहां पे गई है, और ये कौन सा मामला है, इस मामले पे हालांकि औपचारिक तौर पर स्टेटमेंट नहीं दे रही है, लेकिन जिस तरह से ये मामला है पिछले कुछ दिनों के अंदर में देखा गया था कि जिस तरह से जमीन के बदले नौकरी देने का जो मामला था, और उस मामले में जिस तरह से चाहे बिहार के उप मुख्यमंत्री तेजस्वी यादव की बात करें या उनके परिवार से जुड़े हुए कई लोगों की बात करें, तो इस मामले की तफ्तीश की जा रही है। हालांकि उस मामले में पहले से ही चार्जशीट फाइल किया जा चुका है, लेकिन अब अचानक कौन सा डॉक्यूमेंट लेना है या कौन सा संबंध देना है, इन तमाम मामलों पर सीबीआई थोड़ी देर के बाद ऑफिशियली तौर पर इस मामले पे ऐलान करेगी और उसे कंफर्म करेगी। लेकिन जहां तक जो सीबीआई के सूत्र बता रहे हैं कि ये कोई सर्च ऑपरेशन नहीं है, लेकिन 3 गाड़ियां जो हैं वो सीबीआई के अंदर में गई हैं और जमीन के बदले नौकरी देने का ये मसला हो सकता है। तो उसी मसले पर जिस तरह से अभी कुछ दिनों के बाद कोर्ट में भी बाकायदा पेश होना है, और इस मामले पे चार्जशीट के दौरान में जो जिनको आरोपी इस मामले में माना गया था, जिस मामले में जिनके खिलाफ तफ्तीश चल रही है, तो इस मामले में एक तरफ देखा जाए कि कोर्ट की कार्रवाई चल रही है, तो दूसरी तरफ देखा जाए तो सीबीआई की जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन है उसी के आधार पर तफ्तीश का दायरा आगे बढ़ाते हुए सीबीआई की टीम आज तेजस्वी यादव के जो आवास पे पहुंच करके इस मामले पर आगे की इन्वेस्टिगेशन को प्रक्रिया को आगे बढ़ा रही है।
ओके, आप हमें शंकर आनंद जी ये भी बता सकते हैं अभी रेजिडेंस पे कौन कौन है, क्या जानकारी है हमारे पास?
देखिए, तेजस्वी यादव तो उस घर में नहीं है, लेकिन इस मामले पर जो तमाम जो जानकारियां हैं उनके जो परिवार के जो सदस्य हैं उनके साथ बातचीत की जा रही है, और सीबीआई के अधिकारियों के द्वारा निर्देश दिया गया है कि जो भी अंदर में जो बातचीत है पहले वो उन लोगों के साथ में किया जा रहा है। किसी भी घर के सदस्य को बाहर जाने की इजाजत नहीं दी गई है, तो जो भी घर के सदस्य घर में हैं उनसे पहले बातचीत हो रही है, और उसके बाद ही जब तमाम औपचारिक तौर पर जो प्रक्रियाओं को अंजाम दे दिया जाएगा उसके बाद ही कोई भी घर से बाहर जा सकते हैं। तो ना ही कोई बाहर से अंदर हो रहे हैं, ना ही घर से बाहर जाने की इजाजत किसी को दी गई है। तो फिलहाल अभी सीबीआई की टीम जब वहां से तकरीबन आधे घंटे के बाद वहां से निकलेगी, उसके बाद ही इस मामले पे कोई सदस्य जो है, परिवार के जो सदस्य हैं वो इस मामले में जानकारी देंगे, या सीबीआई मुख्यालय के द्वारा वो बताया जाएगा औपचारिक तौर पे कि आखिर इस मामले में कौन सा वो मामला था जिस मामले पे आज सीबीआई की टीम गई थी, और आखिर इसकी वजह क्या रही है। जी
शंकर आनंद जी, आई थिंक 2-3 ही हफ्ते हुए हैं जब से हमने लालू प्रसाद यादव जी की सेहत के बारे में सुना था, उसके बारे में कोई अपडेट्स हैं? डू वी नो अगर वो हेल्थी हैं?
देखिए, लालू प्रसाद यादव पूर्ण तौर पे स्वस्थ हैं। उनका जब वो सिंगापुर से लौटे थे पिछले 2-3 सप्ताह पहले, जब सिंगापुर से लौटे हैं तो अभी भी वो घर में ही रह करके अपना स्वास्थ्य लाभ ले रहे हैं। हालांकि बीच में वो कुछ दिनों के लिए वो जरूर बिहार गए थे, बिहार में वहाँ पे गए थे, बिहार में अपने तमाम जो अपने परिवार के लोगों के साथ में और जो उनके पार्टी से जुड़े हुए जो समर्थक हैं वो उनसे मुलाकात कर रहे थे। और एक कयास भी लगाया जा रहा था कि होली का जो त्योहार है, जनरल सामान्य तौर पर देखा जाता है कि लालू प्रसाद यादव अपने तमाम पार्टी के नेताओं से और समर्थकों से जरूर मिलते हैं। तो एक कयास ये भी लगाया जा रहा था कि लालू प्रसाद यादव होली के समय में वो पटना में ही होंगे। तो अब लालू प्रसाद यादव के बारे में भी अभी जानकारी नहीं दी जा रही है कि वो अभी पटना में ही हैं या दिल्ली आ गए हैं। तो इस मामले में सीबीआई के द्वारा भी जो जिस तरह से इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है, और एक तरफ देखा जाए कि लालू प्रसाद यादव की सेहत है, तो सेहत को लेकर जरूर उनके परिवार के जो सदस्य हैं वो चिंतित रहते हैं, या उनके जो पार्टी से जुड़े हुए तमाम जो वरिष्ठ नेता हैं वो चिंतित रहते हैं कि उनकी सेहत अच्छी नहीं है। लेकिन दूसरी तरफ देखा जाए सीबीआई अपने इन्वेस्टिगेशन को लेकर आगे बढ़ रही है, और सीबीआई के मुताबिक जो भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन से जुड़े हुए तमाम जो लोग हैं उनसे इस मामले में जो पूछताछ की प्रक्रिया हो या आगे इन्वेस्टिगेशन के दौरान में किसी को सम्मन भेजना हो, तो लगातार इस मामले में इन्वेस्टिगेशन की प्रक्रिया चल रही है। लेकिन पिछले कुछ समय पहले जिस तरह से इस मामले में चार्जशीट फाइल किया गया था, उस चार्जशीट में लालू परिवार से जुड़े हुए कई लोगों के खिलाफ काफी गंभीर आरोप भी लगाए गए थे, और उस चार्जशीट में बाकायदा इस मामले में कई जो सदस्य हैं उसके बारे में विस्तार से जानकारी दी गई थी। हालांकि इस मामले में कुछ अन्य आरोपियों की भी गिरफ्तारी भी हुई थी, जैसे भोला यादव की गिरफ्तारी हुई थी। भोला यादव जो लालू प्रसाद यादव के बेहद करीबी बताए जाते हैं, उनकी गिरफ्तारी हुई थी, और उनकी गिरफ्तारी के बाद जब जिस तरह से उनका स्टेटमेंट दर्ज हुआ था, तो उसी के आधार पर कुछ अन्य आरोपियों से भी इस मामले में पूछताछ की गई थी। तो एक तरह से कहा जा सकता है कि एक तरफ सीबीआई इस मामले की इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रही है, तो दूसरी तरफ देखा जाए तो इसी केस में ईडी यानी प्रवर्तन निदेशालय भी इस मामले की इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रही है। और एक तरफ कहा जा सकता है कि जिस तरह से सीबीआई के इन्वेस्टिगेशन को आधार बनाते हुए ईडी ने केस को रजिस्टर किया था, इस मामले में ईडी के द्वारा भी पूछताछ की प्रक्रिया जो है वो आगे बढ़ाया गया है। और कहा जा सकता है कि अभी तो सीबीआई, लेकिन कुछ दिनों के बाद ईडी की भी जो भूमिका है वो सामने आ सकती है, और इस मामले में कई लोगों से पूछताछ की जो प्रक्रिया है ईडी के द्वारा भी किया जा सकता है। तो ईडी का जो रांची इस मामले में जो पटना दफ्तर है, पटना दफ्तर में ही अभी जल्द ही कुछ आरोपियों से भी पूछताछ की जाएगी और इस मामले में जो तमाम जो औपचारिकताएं होती हैं, कानूनी जो औपचारिकताएं हैं, उसको ईडी के द्वारा भी पूरा किया जा सकता है। तो एक तरह से कह सकते हैं कि इस मामले को लेकर राजनीतिक गलियारों में जरूर चर्चाएं होती हैं। राजनीतिक गलियारों में चाहे बीजेपी हो या आरजेडी हो, जो आरोप प्रत्यारोप का दौर जो है वहां पे लगातार चलता रहता है कि जिस तरह से बीजेपी के द्वारा आरोप लगाया जाता है कि तमाम जो वो लोग जिसके खिलाफ आरोप है, जिसके खिलाफ काफी महत्वपूर्ण सबूत जांच एजेंसी को लगे हैं या बहुत सारे लोगों की गिरफ्तारी हुई है, तो वहीं दूसरी तरफ आरजेडी के द्वारा कहा जाता है कि जो केंद्रीय जांच एजेंसियां जो हैं उसका दुरुपयोग किया जा रहा है। तो एक तरह से कहा जा सकता है कि राजनीतिक गलियारों में आरोप प्रत्यारोप का
हमारे साथ जुड़े रहिए। वी हैव मोर न्यूज़ कमिंग इन दैट आई नीड टू मूव टू राइट नाउ। Okay, there wasn't some clarity right now on what case in particular the CBI team was at the former Chief Minister of Bihar's house for. We now have that clarity. The CBI team is at his residence in cases relating to the land for job scam. Sources say that summons were issued to them, but they didn't appear. That's why the CBI, the Central Bureau of Investigation, is there at their home as we speak. They're only there for questioning, a very important note. Let's go over to my colleague Ashish right now for more context. Ashish, over to you.
So, as the CBI team lands at the residence of Lalu Prasad and Rabri Devi, basically my sources in the CBI tell me that their summons were issued. They did not appear before the CBI, and thus the CBI team has gone to question. So all legal process has been followed. Now, what the case is, basically the case is that there are allegations that when Lalu Prasad Yadav occupied senior position, that is the railway minister, people in Patna basically gave land at very cheap price to them, and the money, it was around 1 lakh square feet of land which was given for only around 26 lakh rupees. Against that, people in Patna, they've got position in Group D in railways. This land was basically, if you see the market price, it was more than 4.5 crore rupees, and they got it only for around 26 lakh rupees. So basically, Lalu Prasad Yadav, through his close aides, that is what the allegation is, that through his close aides compromised his position, and on that land, the entire idea was to build a mall or a big complex. That is what the CBI sources have revealed to us. So certainly, these are the allegations which have come to light. There have been few arrests in the past. If you remember, his OSD, Bhola Yadav, was also arrested by the CBI. Various people have been interrogated in the past. But as of now, currently as we speak, the team has only gone for questioning. It's not a raid or a search. It's only questioning that, the time was sought by the CBI. And following the legal procedure, it has been decided that yes, it is for the land for job scam.
Okay. Ashish, thank you for those details. Stay with us. Let's now go over to our colleague Saurabh, who is positioned as we speak outside Lalu Prasad Yadav's house. He's with us live in Patna this morning. Saurabh, good morning. Saurabh, I want to understand from you. Last year in August, we'd seen the CBI carry out raids at 4 RJD leaders' homes in connection with this very same scam. Ashish has just given us context on what the scam allegedly was. But can you tell us now about a timeline? Give us a timeline of what the CBI's investigations have looked like since.
See, the CBI raid has been happening for the last 1 year, and because Lalu Yadav was physically ill and he had to go to Singapore for his kidney transplant. Although we can see here Tej Pratap Yadav is near the gate here, and the vehicles inside are parked off CBI. We were talking about the CBI raids here in Patna. We saw last year in August there was a raid which lasted for over 14 hours at the same residence of former Chief Minister Rabri Devi. And now today, as we have heard, Ashish Mehersi, he was confirming that it's the same case of land for jobs scam, and for that the questioning is being done right from morning today. Around an hour ago, these CBI officials visited this place. Now we see that yesterday 9 political parties had written to Prime Minister Modi, and in that letter they criticized the role of central agencies being misused by the central government. And now today we see the CBI again reaching the same spot, where same residence where it had raided and had questioned the family in land for job scam. Although the Rouse Avenue Court has summoned Lalu Yadav, Rabri Devi and Misa Bharti in the same case on March 15th, and they are going to appear in person in the court because they have been summoned by Rouse Avenue Court, the CBI court, where they have been called for their versions. And now that Lalu Yadav has recovered, he has come back from Singapore and is residing in Delhi right now. His health has also been, he's in okay condition, and now that he is doing well by his health. Now on 15th March we are going to see Rabri Devi, Misa Bharti and Lalu Prasad visiting the Rouse Avenue Court in Delhi. But today, as far as this investigation is concerned, it is for the land for job scam, because several summons were given in which they couldn't appear, and for that they are being questioned. Rabri Devi is inside. Tej Pratap Yadav, who is the environment minister right now, he is inside the house, although Tejashwi Yadav, who is the deputy CM, he is in Vidhan Sabha. But we have seen 3 vehicles of CBI which is currently inside the premises of Rabri Devi, and what we are learning is that this issue of land for job scam is what CBI is questioning them, and it's a matter of time if we see how much time they take inside the premise, and they come back, and only then we come to know what questions have been put to them. Tej Pratap is inside. We were told that Tejashwi Yadav, he evaded our question when he was in the Vidhan Sabha as soon as we got the information that CBI is raiding the place.
What are your
but we can't
sources
say.
telling you? Do we have indications that the questioning itself has started already? What input are you getting from inside right now?
No input so far, because it's a closed door investigation which is going on inside the premises. We just saw Tej Pratap coming at the gate, and he went inside. But what we are seeing is the security outside the gate of former Chief Minister Rabri Devi, and 3 vehicles of CBI which is being parked inside the house. But it's a matter of time that what type of questions were put, what papers were asked. These all facts will come only after the investigation is over. So as of now, we see only the security guards outside and the 3 vehicles which is parked inside, and they are questioning Rabri Devi inside the premises.
Okay, Saurabh, just stay with us. Let's go over to my colleague Ashish, who's also with us right now. Ashish, can you just tell us, we know the CBI filed their charge sheet in this case back in October last year. We've talked about Lalu Prasad Yadav. Can you tell us more about the accusations that stand against Misa Bharti, against Rabri Devi too? Can you also confirm for us, who do we know is inside the house right now?
So, obviously there is a CBI team. We don't know who the officers are, so we can't, and usually the CBI does not name which officers have gone for questioning. But what the allegation basically is that what is the land for job scam? The land for job scam is basically that a family, which is Lalu Prasad Yadav, the company and some individuals from the family basically took land from certain individuals in Patna, and that land was basically for a very, very cheap price. So 1 lakh square feet of land was acquired for around 26 lakh rupees. That is what the allegation is. Whereas the market price was more than 4.5 crore rupees for that land. Now, why that compromised price? The compromised price was basically because against that deal, certain individuals who gave that land at a very cheap price, they got a Group D position job in the railways. So basically, it is a misuse of office, and against this, which they make pecuniary benefits out of giving a job, and against which there was a land. So there is a land for job scam. Now, the allegation is people like, his son, his daughter, his wife, everybody is being alleged that they use the position of the father, which is Lalu Prasad Yadav, who was the railway minister, and ultimately, they got this land at a very cheap price because they had certain plans in place. They wanted to make a mall or something like that. Other allegation is that there is some amount of the land, some amount of the money through which even some portion of the land was sold. That money has basically come into a mall or construction of a mall in Gurgaon as well. So these are basically allegations which the CBI is investigating. The CBI, to my what I've been told is CBI issued summons, but they did not appear. So ultimately, the CBI team had no option but to go there. The legal process has been followed. There was basically letter exchanged from both the sides, and ultimately Lalu Prasad Yadav's family decided for today's date, and that is why the CBI team is at their doorstep today.
Okay, Ashish, thank you for bringing us context on the case itself. Ashish, I just want to understand from you, you said that the CBI is very tight-lipped, obviously, about information right now. So I want to ask you, do we have any details then on what the timeline for today's questioning will look like, or are they obviously mum on this?
Are you asking this question to me?
Yes.
Yeah. So timeline, very difficult to say. Usually it is, during the office hours only. So we can expect questioning to continue around 6:37. That is what usually the process is. So very difficult to say what the timeline is going to be. But obviously CBI is going to look at, what they have. They're going to confront with the evidence that they have in their hand. So let's see how things move forward during the day. So we all know that what the land for job scam is now. What new evidence they have. Obviously, they're tight-lipped, so they're not going to share it with us. Obviously, they're going to confront with the new evidence that they have in their hand to the accused and the people who have been allegedly gained or benefited out of the entire scam. So let's see how things move forward during the day.
Okay, Ashish, stay with us. Let's go back to my colleague Saurabh, who's with us from outside Lalu Prasad Yadav's house right now in Patna. Saurabh, just a few days ago, I think early in Feb this year, we'd watched as Lalu Prasad Yadav had come back from 78 days in Singapore, fresh from a kidney transplant. For a moment, it had seemed as if all was good for the RJD. They were putting up a united face. It seemed finally as if, they could look towards a good chapter. I just want to understand, when this kind of action takes place in Bihar, how does the public read it? Do they read it as the RJD wants them to read it, which is that central agencies are attacking them? Tell us more.
Yes, because it's a Mahagathbandhan government in Bihar, JDU and RJD and Congress, they all are in coalition here along with the left parties. So a majority of the voters here in Bihar, they are lured by these, the regional parties, and soon we are going to see the supporters here. They'll gather here outside, as they have been doing this whenever this kind of raid or such investigation is being carried out. We see the supporters of RJD gather here, and they register their protest against such kind of raids and investigations because they have been fed that central agencies are being misused, and the central agencies are targeting those regional parties who are against the BJP and the center. So already the people are, they are the core supporters of particularly because there was MY, it's called the Muslim Yadav combination, which is being considered as the vote bank for RJD. So these supporters, they always, they take the stand of RJD that central agencies are being misused by the center. And yesterday also there was a letter which was written by 9 political parties, and including the Rashtriya Janata Dal. They had written a letter to the Prime Minister saying that the central agencies is being misused, and governors of the states, they are trying to create a rift between the state and the center. So these allegations were made in that letter, and today we see an investigation which is going on inside, questioning in the land for jobs scam. So this will obviously, it will be taken as the counter of the letter, which will be will soon come to hear from the leaders of RJD and JDU that we had written a letter to the Prime Minister, and today we have CBI at our residences. So this opportunity they are surely going to take, and the RJD and JDU, they are going to play victim card in this case also, although it was a routine investigation, because the summons were not, when the summons were issued, they did not appear before the CBI, and the CBI has come to question them. So it was a routine thing. But we can see here the supporters with lanterns on a vehicle has already arrived. So such kind of support we are going to see throughout the day till this investigation will go on. We can see the lanterns over the vehicle. They are in support Lalu Rabri Jindabad, and they have already started coming, and they are going to protest throughout the day as they have been doing in the past also. We have seen dramatic visuals of protest we had seen in the past, where supporters have registered their protest against such investigation, because Lalu Yadav is still alive and he is the hero for many in Bihar, and RJD Supremo Lalu Prasad has his own political impression here in the state, and because he has recovered, he was ill for a long time. So the people of Bihar, the RJD supporters, they all have sympathy for their leader. And at this time, when the holy season is at its peak, now we were expecting that kind of earlier also Rabri Devi residence was famous for Holi, and many people were used to be called here for a holy celebration. In fact, media persons were called at this time. But this is going to be a matter of discussion, that at this point, when a day after tomorrow is Holi and today such raids are happening, such investigation is going on. I'm sorry, it's not raid as we say, but it's going to give a wrong message, at least to the supporters of RJD Toya.
Saurabh, thank you. Let's go back now to our colleague Ashish Mehrishi, who's bringing us updates about the CBI as we speak. Ashish, I want to ask you, we know that a Delhi court had less than a week ago summoned the former railway minister Lalu Prasad, his wife, the former Bihar Chief Minister Rabri Devi, and 14 others in connection with this entire scam. I want to ask you, Ashish, what usually happens when one doesn't appear for the summons? What I'm essentially trying to ask was the family in some ways expecting this?
See, whenever there is an investigation, somebody has to join the investigation. Now, in this case, summons were issued, people did not join, but at the same time, CBI requested, in case if the CBI team, if you're not feeling well, or you're unwell, or if you are not willing to join investigation, that the CBI team can come to your place and investigate. Because usually, the CBI, if they want to investigate, they have to follow the legal process. In this case as well, the legal process has been followed. Summons were issued, people did not appear. Again, there was a letter which came from the Lalu Prasad Yadav's family suggesting that, they can't join the investigation and if the CBI can come over. So the CBI gave them that option that, yes, the CBI team wants to come to their house, question them, confront them with certain evidence, and that is what is happening. So it's a proper legal process which is being followed. There is no search or raid by the CBI. Raids or search have already been conducted long back by the CBI, in fact last year itself, and the case was registered, and FIR was registered. And since the investigation is going on, because these cases have to stand on their own legs in the court of law as well, so CBI is doing it. So the CBI is basically doing its own work. There's nothing more than that. The CBI has gone to their house, questioning them, confront with them with some certain evidence, the new evidence that they have gathered, and obviously they come back in the evening. So there is nothing more.
आप ही किए, अलकतरा घोटाला आप ही किए, तो जो आपने किया है उसकी करनी का फल तो भोगना पड़ेगा ना.
Okay, those are responses coming in. Let's move on very quickly to a short break. This is our top story right now. Right after this break, we'll bring you more context on this story. A former Chief Minister of Bihar, a former Railways Minister of this country, and his wife right now in their house. The CBI has turned up outside for questioning as we speak. It's time right now for a short break. On the other side, we'll see you with more of the country's top stories. And remember, right before we let you go, this March 7th in Mumbai, 3:30 p.m. onwards, Money Control India is going to be hosting the FinTech Conclave, where they're going to be having a discussion about India's FinTech space with some of the country's leading luminaries. 4 insights about what the FinTech sector could hold. It's time right now for a short break. We will see you in just a few minutes right here on the Breaking News Show.